You need full responsibility over your business. You're so responsible of your business that it's going to be linked to your reputation. We want to keep that healthy. We want to keep that growing. If you ever got copied and had those emotions and feelings, I'm just going to tell you, bravo. In the lash industry, when you start getting copied, that's a good freaking sign of your evolution. That means you're inspiring others. All started from my basement with my own self and myself. One woman show. Now I have a team. Thanks freaking God. Believe in your crazy ideas. Everything is possible. Everything is doable. And there's so many things coming for the lash lift world. Like I'm testing so many things at the same time. We have such innovation evolution. It's not going to work. You're not gonna sell it. Why? Hello, my queen. This is gonna be such an important conversation. So I'm so happy to be back, and today we're gonna talk about copycat. And I'm gonna first start with why it is so important to have that conversation, because this is dark, raw, real business talk that every freaking industry should absolutely have. It is an uncomfortable conversation, but it's important because everybody's gonna be one or become one. And it's just part of every industry, so it's everywhere. Like you can see chocolate copying each other, yogurt, you can see businesses. It's really everywhere. Also, I'm gonna share some story time. So that's gonna be a really cool live because this is something that is happening. So Queen, get out your popcorn. This is happening. So first of all, just comment please where you're from. I love the international view and I want to connect with all of you from the international, like all over the world. I love to travel. I'm presently in Mexico and I travel all the time. So this is why I have a different view every live. But thank you for being here. This is gonna be such an important conversation. So this is what I'm pointing out. Like, if anything come to your mind that, oh shit, this is so good, please tag your lash lift guile, your lash lift tech friend. Because this is really, like I said, a message that I feel that should be talked about more, not only in the lash industry, but everywhere. Because we need to grow and there's so much opportunities around that conversation and growth. And that took me years of experience I've been 10 years in the lash industry just to have more thoughts about it, because no one's gonna talk to you about it. No one is telling you what's going on. So this is why, like, I'm gonna be the one right now. It's uncomfortable, but it's okay. We're all good. We all have good intention and we want to grow this industry. And then I'm going to share some story of my part too, because I have many, many. Woo! Okay. So, first of all, oh my God, I'm Marjorie. I'm Marjorie. I'm known as the owner of Novoqueen Pro, which is my lash lift vegan ecologic brand. And I'm known as Marjorie Queen Mentor because I like to contemplate on things beyond lashes, and this is where I have those conversations. Is more about like business, communication, relationship, many things that pass through my mind. So we can connect there if you want. So we're all gonna be at some point a copycat. Let's be real. Like I'm not gonna try to make it beautiful butterfly, like if I was born with a white aureola and like woohoo. No, I've done mistakes and everybody makes, and I learn from it. So I'm here to tell you about the learning around it and how to twitch that in your advantage and how to make that industry better around the inspiration that is going. So you must first understand that, however, you need full responsibility over your business. You do make decisions that does has an impact on others, and you need to keep that in mind, because you're so responsible of your business that it's going to be linked to your reputation. And we want to keep that healthy. We want to keep that growing. And you want to keep having colleagues that are friends. You want to have that community. You don't want to turn into that devilish, um, overcopying everyone that nobody wants to really talk to you, like be with you, because it's going to be misinterpreted and misused. So we're gonna go over, like, it's really, to be honest, I feel like I'm really trying, but I'm walking on eggs, but I'm trying to talk about dark thing. But I'm gonna make it a little bit wider and a little bit better. I hope that's my intention. So if you're triggered by what I'm saying, I'm sorry, Queen, not my intention. It's uncomfortable. I understand. And first of all, it's happening everywhere, like everywhere, every time. But you do see, when you look at businesses, there's some businesses that do stand out around that. And this is what the position I want you to have. Um, so if you tell me if you ever get copied in your life, not a lashes, anything. Have you ever get copied, my queen? Many people, huh? Mm-hmm. So it happened already to you. So you know what it likes. But when your work is at heart and you're crazy about it and you put all your love and effort, especially on something that is a blank page, you can get copied in a matter of seconds. And it freaking hurts. It hurts when you work hard for that idea. It's like I'm getting thrown under the bus, and then you have all those emotions. I know you all have those emotions that you're like, am I working for nothing? When I create something, I get copied, and you burst. Okay, so that is normal. Give you a lot of love and compassion. I totally get that. Um, and yes, I have Myriam Cadieux, which is, it's really hard. I'm translating from French, but it's really hard to manage emotionally on my part. And this is normal. Sometimes I felt my veins in my arms. When you're so mad, I know when I'm really mad, like bursting, like I'm gonna feel the contraction of I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna feel it. And that had happened because it does hurt and everything. So if you ever got copied and had those emotions and feelings, I'm just gonna tell you, you know what? Congrats, queen. Bravo. You're getting, in the lash industry, when you start getting copied, that's a good freaking sign of your evolution. That means you're inspiring others. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, it is. So, first thing, I know, let yourself live your bad emotion and like let yourself feel your angerness. You're all right. But do remember that you're becoming a badass. That's what that means. And you're creating. If you're a creator, mwah, I'm going to send you flowers for sure. Be a creator. Because let's look at the industry. So there's things that are, I can say, basics. Like they are the thing. You're not copying by having those things. Let's say you have a lash lift brand. Well, if you have a perm and a fix, well, you're not copying. You just have the lash lift product, the basic products. So that's, we're clear on that. If you only have basics, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna sell. If you just have a lash lift brand, if you only have a lash shampoo, it's not going to work. You're not going to sell it. Why? Because you really, truly need differentiation. This is the main goal of business. And differentiation is by being creative, by putting creation into it, innovation. So this is an amazing opportunity for growth. So I just want to make that sure. If you think about launching something, your main focus will be not only to get specialized in your craft, but as well as how to differentiate myself. And I know so you hear that in business, and it's kind of annoying because how do I do that? Well, that's the kind of conversation we can have, those differentiate, because that's my magic trick. I love to freaking create and change things and innovate. So keep in mind that it's important. So have that in mind, please. And that's going to be a huge shift just for your mindset. I'm giving some golden nuggets. So, I'm so happy to see you, Queen. There's people here. Okay. So, basics, what's the product? So, we say perm, the adhesive, and what's the innovation around it? How can you like make that extra in many ways? Like, can say we can talk for hours into that, but I'm gonna give you an example on me. So, I have my perm, but my perm, what I've done special, it's an amazing. I've been having that formula for a few years, and we're really known for it. But it's the packaging. Do you see the packaging? So, usually we sell individual sachet or airless pump. Okay, my experience, individual sachet, I don't like to manage what's left in a sachet with the hole that is there. And I feel that there's not enough lotion in it, so you just throw away non-stop little sachet. And I try to be a little bit ecological on my part. And airless pump seems amazing, but product was still making some air leak. And for perming, it's so important that hair does not leak. And I was trying to find, so that's a story time I had. So I was trying to find a solution because I was at a point that I was about to go to individual sachet for my brand, for Novoqueen Pro, and I really didn't want to. If I'm launching that, it's because I don't have much choice. But I was like, it must be a way. There must be another way. I must innovate. I must create out of it. I'm taking something that is known in the industry. I have a lash lift brand. There's multiple lash lift brand. If you launch your lash lift brand, doesn't mean that you're copying. It's like if you do lash lift service, you're not copying others. Like it's something that is present. You might get inspired from someone who's starting doing it and having success because lash lift is freaking booming. Oh, yeah. That is nice. It's booming, and that's why I love it so much. Yeah, I was walking in the park, and then I see those little children eating fruit sachet, fruit pooch, fruit and they just suck it out from that and I was like, oh, this is it. Linked. I'm do connection with other industry. I've done a connection with the food industry, but there's other industry that can be on that, like any industry can be linked to what we're doing and lash lift, and you can get inspired from connection around the world. So I have copied the fruit pooch that children eat snacks with it in the park, and I took it in my industry. I took it for the perming, and I added a layer of like coffee packaging. The metal, I added a layer of that to make it really airless. And then I was able to find a needle nozzle. So I know you see from the video, but if you're listening to the Lash Lift podcast, you're not gonna see, but it's literally, you can open and close as you want, and there's absolutely no place for air. There's just nothing. And because it's a sachet, you can feel when the lotion is emptying, which airless pump you can't. You need to see the lotion going down, and people forget, and then they have a client without lotion. So here you can just feel how much there's left, and there's pretty much, it seems like there's nothing left in it, but I could do 20, 10 more clients just with it. So you use it till the end of the drop. That is nice. It's protected from air, and you use exactly the quantity you want, and you don't have to manage making a hole, putting tape on it, not understanding what's going on And I didn't like that. So it's really a personal choice. Some people do love individual sachet, but I'm the first who brought that packaging with the needle from the food industry push. So I'm just, who's gonna copy me first? That's gonna be a copy, but you know, I'm getting used to get copied because I've been twitching so many products, so many ways of doing, and always trying to create out of it. So who's gonna copy the sachet? We'll see. I've launched it 1 year and a half ago. So it was 22, January 22. No, 23, January 23. So if I'm claiming this is where it started. So we'll see. It's gonna happen. I think I'm really known in the French industry, and now because I'm here, I'm getting more known internationally. But I've been doing that for years. My brand product has been 5 years. All started from my basement with my own self and myself. One woman show. Now I have a team. Thanks freaking God. They're helping me making the Novoqueen vision worldwide, and this is so amazing. So you really have an opportunity to create and to start your genius. And please believe in your ideas. Believe in your crazy ideas. Everything is possible. Everything is doable. In techniques, in service, in experience you can give your client, put that little essential oil. Oh my God, yes. I had a little essential oil I was putting on the tip of the nose of my clients on services. And I cannot tell you how much addicted they were. I never changed the smell. So the smell was me. And it was a blend of really lake section essential oil, and they were crazy on it. And when I forgot to put it sometime, because I'm human, they were like, do you have the essential, you have no more essential oil? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Let's put it. It was an essential oil that is safe for skin as well. Let's be clear on that. And it was really amazing. So that's a way you can create, innovate. So, I knew that the day that if it happens, they go with someone else, which is going to happen and it's all right. Well, they're gonna remember like the smell. So try to work with all the experiences you can give to your clients as a service. So this is where you can create and innovate. And what is interesting is that if we all had that mindset that we take something and we automatically need to improve it in some way, can you realize the blockchain we could create out of that? The industry where it will be today if we had that kind of thinking of always creating new and better. Because that was my sachet were created from the initial individual sachet, the little pot that we need to have, a little container that you open and close, but there was so much air going in it that it's really not the best packaging for perm, so you need to always recalculate your time. And the earless pump. So because people innovated with packages, I was able to take it and then have another idea. That's a blockchain. It's Lash Lift Perm started from little containers, like pot that you open and close, like an ice cream container, whatever. And then individual sachet to protect the airless part, which is important. Then airless pump to answer to the problematic of unecological packaging and the always change of time as well. Airless pump came, and then so that's all a blockchain of creation. And the more every one of us put into it in time of service, products, our training, the better the industry grow altogether, because we do get yes inspired by others. If we would be in a completely isolated place, that wouldn't work. That will work. We need to see each other growing to grow as well. This is the importance of community. Yeah. So you do want to surround yourself with amazing people, but when you have that relationship that you're always creating on top of another, everybody is happy to have you by their side. everybody's like, yeah, we can grow out of it. So please open the locked doors that you cannot create. Let's throw that away. You can always freaking create my cream. And there's is some stuff that are more basic, and I can say like it can be also like the angle of photos that you take, like way of speaking, way of doing. So please always try to do it a little bit different, a little bit different. Let's keep having that blockchain growing. And one thing that has been really interesting for me to look at is the creation, innovation of shields in the lash industry. Thank you, Christina. I love you. The shields are today, after years of having lash lift, like lash lift, I've been in the industry for at least 30 years, even more. Before that, it was Rhodes. So there was not much option. For years, we had the same dolly lash, silicons, like 5 years, 6 years ago. And then they start having innovation. And today, I think it's a shit show. What I mean is just like every day I see new shapes. Every day there's new molds creating, and that's so amazing. That's beautiful. I love to see, but there's so many that by the time you try, there's 20 more to try, and I love to try. That's what I do. So I try really to simplify thing with Novoqueen, with really the products that I love and that I use. But I'm getting more open mind with Shield because there's so many beautifulness coming, and there are all those shapes and color, and it's so nice. However, story time. One time I did invest for Novoqueen for a silicone product, and I didn't even make the mold, but I had to twitch a little bit, and it asked me such an investment, such a monetary investment, and don't have the mold and everything. So the creator of Shields has all my respect because there's so much research into it today. There's so much work into it. And by the time they launch it, they get copycat like easy, like because there's so many producer now. So I have all my respect for that because when I've done that investment, I've lost money a lot, and that's part of the, trying and everything. So I lost money because by the time I was selling it, something better came out. So as being on my own, starting this brand with all the love that I have, there's been a lot of lost and waste, but that's for me research and development and learning as being a distributor. So Tova, Tova Stolo, I'm gonna traduce from French, is saying that I believe that we can be original to a certain point, but the bike cannot be created again. So I just use another expression. So yeah, the bike cannot, and things do look alike sometimes. So yeah, you're right. So um, there's things that come back, the basics, like I've been saying, but please let's try to break the rules. Let's try to break the basics. And there's so many things coming for the lash lift world. Like I'm testing so many things at the same time. We have such innovation evolution. Like this is why I'm focusing on lash lift products right now because it's just so stimulating. So more story time. So I'm gonna start with the story, but there's other stories of other lash tech. Um, but this conversation, there's so much to have. Like I'm already 30 minutes on it, but um, just like what are ways that you can improve services, techniques. So I've given a few examples or products. I've given a few examples, but we can have a really long conversation because there's been so many things and we can do. And for me, everything is possible. That's why I love to have those conversations with you. And that kind of conversation, we're going to have it in the Lash Lift Club that I just created. Because this is a space where I wanted to go more into the conversation, more into learning about my lash clients who use my product as well. And it's so nice. And the conversation we can have, I'm gonna add it to the list, is, let's say for copycat, I want to deeper the conversation because we can be hours on it, to be honest. But since this is like the Lash Lift podcast, Lash Lift YouTube channel, I want to keep it on on an introduction because we're gonna be there for hours. So let's say copycat, the conversation is like way that you can improve and creative ways. Do you have a space of creation? How to give you a space of creation, because you want to look at others but you don't want to be too looking at others. So I do have ways to have a balance into that, and it's so important because you have your magic, like you have a magic, you can birth thing like it's crazy, like you already birthing children, you woman. You can birth children. So imagine, you can birth in terms of business ideas and way of doing thing. um, and the crunchy part, what to do when you do get copied, how to manage that, with grace and elegance and good. And this has really happened to me with my best product, which is hydrocell. Hydrocell, I got copy paste all the way. And how to do deal with your own students copying. So for me, that was my students. So this is getting more emotional. You're giving her all you got. You take your hand so she can do the movement like you and everything, and then you get copied word by word. That happens a lot. And one story time that I'm gonna plug in right now because it's so exactly that is the story of Marie-Pierre Galipeau. She got copied word by word, her website to give trainings, even grammatical mistakes. Can you believe that? The website can be also copied. She went into legal actions and everything, but she said in a positive view because she's inspiring others. So thank you, Marie-Pierre, for sharing your story. I guess there's a lot more to talk about it. Ooh, we could maybe have a conversation on that. Um, so how to deal with that? Some people, if you are trainers or want to become trainers, how do you deal with getting copied by your own students? Or even you launch a products, how to deal with distributor colleagues. I'm a distributor for 5 years. I had like I just copy paste word to word, like the whole concept, the whole everything, and that's my magic, beautiful iteration booster. It's actually replaced. It's like a step 3, but you can also resell it to your clients. So it's also on the purpose of retail. So it's a 2-in-1. And now you can see I'm having the sample bottle that I've been testing because I test a lot packaging, and we just improved the brush. The brush is improving, the new kind of brush that is amazing. And we also have it to fill hydrocell bottle at the same time because it was so popular that we create a dropper, bigger version of it. So how to deal with that? Because you can start selling a product at some point, a t-shirt, a Lash t-shirt. How do you deal with that? And even how to not get copied, there's things to prevent things. So this is all conversation. I'm gonna add it in the club list because the club, actually, I'm doing little masterclass every month in it, mini masterclass. And I have so much conversation I want to talk about. Just doing a live every week here, as just I want to talk so much. I love to talk. So the club, the Lash Lift Club. So I'm gonna talk about the Lash Lift Club if you're interested, and then I'm gonna add a few stories of other people. And it's subscriptions of $55 Canadian, which is like 37 US per month. And what is nice is that you get a lot of perks around it. So there's a mini masterclass that is valued $222 every month that are going to be repurposed and resold, but you have it for 37 USD. per month, and you have free shipping over $50 product, $50 order. So really a free shipping for Canada and US. And I have so many new products coming. I was like, I want my queens. I want to have a community that's gonna have it in advance so they can have fun in it, try it out, and I can learn from it. So it's really an exchange space where I'm giving a lot and I'm listening to my queens. I'm listening to Novoqueen's queen because I want to know how it is going. And that's why I'm here, you know? I'm starting those live, that YouTube channel, that podcast is because 2024, I told my team, you know what is my intention? Deepening the connection, deepening relationship. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really making more space into what is my position in the business in order to offer that. So I'm been increasing my team and everything so I can be here today talking to you. $37, you have products in advance that is going to be available, mini masterclass, the free shipping, and there's more. What else? But you know, it's so nice. If you're looking more, you can just contact Novoqueen for more information or starting a wait list if you want to have a code to have the first month for free. So the first month of free is March 2024. The Lash Lift Club is coming alive and I'm so excited. So my mini masterclass is gonna be so insane. I'm gonna do copycat deepening, but later on because the next masterclass is gonna be so cool. It's been something that I've been asked so much to do and I never had time. So now I have the space and time and it's gonna be really portfolios, but really talk about models, the importance of having a portfolio and choosing model and lighting and camera or iPhone and then modifying the picture. All of that is such an important aspect of lash tech, every lash tech. Because what is the first thing people ask you? What is the first thing a potential clients can ask you? Do you have some photos? I want to see. It's a visual service we're giving. You need to have strong visual skills to promote yourself. And then you can go on social media and then we can be hours talking. But you need to have those models on your bed. How to get them, how to talk to them, which one to choose. Because some people are so not comfortable in front of a camera. You don't want anyone, you want the one. You need the one. It's not about taking photo of everyone. It's about taking photo and photo shoot of the right one. So models is just the first step. And then there's lighting, there's camera, there's angles, there's vibe, there's a lot of tricks. So that's going to be the first masterclass. So if you want it for free, you can contact Novoqueen for a waitlist, the waitlist link. It's just about giving your email because we're going to send you the promo code on the 1st of March. So you can get it for the first month for free, but even if you pay, to be honest, it's like so. Oh my God, okay, what else? You get 22% off all online training. So I have so many trainings already there, not only lashes, Marjorie Quinn Mentor as well is included. So this is a joke. This is a joke. I mean, and this is me about connecting with you. It's really that. It's going to be a step to have other lash lift ninja around you and just going more into that industry because a lash lift is going so big and the margin are crazy. You're making like 97% profit on it. It's like a freaking amazing and you're making woman looks amazing. Like what is more nice than that? Your work is to make women feel amazing with lashes. They go out and they're just like, my life is amazing. I feel confident. I love myself. I treat myself. And I've been boosted by my lash lift tech. That's your superpower. That's you. So this is so amazing. Story time, my queen. So yeah, if you have other question, you can just comment your question. I'm gonna ask it for the club. This is so cool. This is the first time in the industry, the Lash Lift Club. I am not aware if there's other thing like that, but I will see. I might get copied at some time, maybe, maybe not. But I know I'm always gonna be the original for that. And yeah, so excited for that kind of group we can create. Community, the Lash Club. Marianne Chenet Desrochers. I've been copied a lot, word by word, my training manuals with my grammatical mistakes as well. And yeah, she's been copying on products, on concept, on stats, on the industry. That's cool. I'm wondering what are the Lashley stats. And many information as at this point is becoming just funny. So yeah, Marianne, I'm so sorry it happened to you, but you're badass. You're a badass. You're known in the industry. You create a lot. So congrats to you. To be honest, keep doing your work because the worst that can happen is that if you cannot manage being copied at some point, you're gonna stop creating, and that's the worst that can happen to you, to everyone, to the industry. Don't stop creating by the fear of being copied because that's really hurtful and that's not following your alignment and what you're meant to be. You're meant to create here. Nancy Corbeil. I've copied my product's name often, but it's okay. It's because I have good ideas. Yes, you do. You do have good ideas. So my conversation here is for the people that get copied, but it's for people copying as well because we all been both in some way. And I'm trying to shift that copying into something healthy, like I'm telling you, the blockchain of always creating over each other so we can all grow. What is your story? Tell me, please comment like what have happened to you, and that would be really interesting. So many more things we can talk about, like I said, how to prevent being copied, what to do when it happens, and how to activate your creative space. And that's going to be a conversation I'm going to have more over in the club. So if you have other ideas of subject you want to talk about, I'm ready to go, even if it's dark and uncomfortable conversation like today. But I think we went well. It was nice. So I'm going to be back next week with a new subject. Thank you so much, my queen, and have a nice day.